Hey everybody and welcome back to NFT Kings. My name is Matt and in today's video we're going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite NFT related cryptos, of course, Mana or Decentraland. I'm going to get into exactly what I want you guys to look out for with this current price. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily videos, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys have not already seen what's been going on with Mana, the past couple of days have been absolutely insane to say the least. We sat for a long time between 70 and 80-ish cents, and what we're working with here in recent time is truly incredible. Now, to get you guys up to speed, if you don't know why this is, it is because Facebook has decided to rebrand some of their branding into something they're calling the metaverse. And this kind of ran with Decentraland because, for those that don't know, of course, Decentraland is literally the exact same thing that Facebook is describing their goals to do. And of course, you guys can see this is like a virtual kind of universe. Obviously, you can go here. It looks sort of like The Sims or some kind of video game along those lines, yet it also combines NFTs, and that is obviously fantastic. So that is what Decentraland has been up to. Now, the current price, of course, of the coin is down here. The volume is at around 10 billion over the past 24 hours, which is still an awful lot compared to previously, but just not as much as it was, with the market cap as well sitting at around 5 billion, which is still great, but not quite where it was. Now, why is this, and how can we protect ourselves in the near future when trying to invest in Mana? So the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, trying to sort of piece together what we are looking at here on the chart. But before we do, guys, make sure to check out Webull, folks. Top of the link down below in the description. It is so easy to do if you guys want to start trading stocks and cryptocurrency. If you guys use my link to sign up, you guys get 2 free stocks valued up to around $2,300. And of course, I do appreciate that. That means a lot to me because I get a couple free stocks as well. So if you guys want to support the channel, that does mean a lot, and it really is a good idea. I really do like investing, and I think it'll help you guys in the future. So, not a financial advisor, personal opinion, but my personal opinion, investing is good. When it comes down to it, guys, what we're trying to do is piece together exactly what this graph is showing, because let's be honest, it is extremely volatile looking. Now, if you guys do not have a textbook of every single crypto wedge memorized, don't worry, it's a Google search away. I love to look at this because when it comes down to it, a lot of these look very similar, and sometimes you can get a little bit jumbled, a little bit mixed up trying to figure out what these are, because a lot of the times they don't behave in the fashion you want them to, and Mana is no exception. See, unfortunately, with Mana and with a lot of other cryptos out there, they just don't follow wedges in the same way you'd want them to. If you have something like a symmetrical wedge, which is inherently bullish, showing the sign of an impending breakout, you would have something like this, and ideally you would watch it get filled out to where it would hit the top, the bottom, the top, the bottom, the top, the bottom. You would watch something like this happen until a potential breakout. That is what you would have happen if it was behaving according to plan. Unfortunately, when you try to draw wedges around a lot of these, the difficult thing here is that they don't really want to follow the exact sort of pattern. You guys can see here, this is a little bit difficult, to sort of track on a pattern. It does make it a little bit difficult, but what I'm seeing here when I outline this, and again, we have to kind of round, it's not pertaining to any particular wedge 100%, but to me, this looks like a bullish falling wedge. That is what you guys can see here on the screen, and this to me looks a lot like that, because we have the flag, the very high of the run here, obviously, and I will circle the flag. You guys can see it is something like this, the flag, and then obviously the sort of consolidation around a set price, which looks to be a little bit below $3. So that is what we're working with, and I think that looking at a bullish falling wedge here seems to be the best possible option. Now, again, there are a lot of different bearish patterns on here. There are a lot of different scenarios that could happen here, but the main characteristic you guys will notice about these bearish patterns is that they start strictly from a rise on the incline. Now, this has a very clear, very distinct flag which is heading down, and that is this section here. So this section here to me shows that this looks to be like a bullish movement, but it definitely is worth looking at, because even if we don't follow one of those wedges 100%, we could very well just watch Mana consolidate here a little bit below $3. So if we are to take a guess as to where a good line of support here could be, there's a few things we can extrapolate from this information. So the thing I want you guys to look at is right around when it hits 250, in multiple instances when it hits around 250, 260, it seems to want to bounce up. And you guys can look at multiple candles here in which this happens. We have 3 candles here that do it. And obviously you guys can see from the initial surge here on the 30th, it definitely did kind of fight a little battle here at around 250, probably because of a lot of limit buy and a lot of limit sell orders going on right at around 250. So if we are to be safe, I think a very safe, very conservative estimate here could be that if we just set a line of support roughly around 250, maybe a little bit above, this is a very fair sort of spot to stay at here for the near future. When we take a look, of course, at the relative strength index, you guys can see on screen, we're right here around the middle. So we're right around 50, nothing particularly tragic, nothing particularly good or bad. We're sitting right around the middle. It does give us some headroom to move up a little bit if we wanted to. So, we definitely could head to maybe 290 or to, a little bit above 3 without having many issues here and being considered overbought or whatnot. So that opportunity is definitely available here. Of course, if we were to head down and to get into the oversold territory, again, that is when I would think we would bounce off of 250 again. So that line 250 of support does seem to be coming into play once again. When we check the MACD, you guys can see on screen, it is giving us a light red. So, it is still suggesting sell, but it's not really accurate all the time. Again, this is just, an indicator. It is still lightly saying to sell, but again, that is really just one indicator. It is very possible it could turn the corner and suggest buy again. When we take a look, of course, at TradingView themselves, they are saying to buy on the day. So, it does give us a little bit of conflict of information there. Of course, when we check the Fibonacci retracement, you guys can see here over on the screen, it is going to give us the high and the low of the most recent run. So here is the high and the low, and it will show the $5 target, which obviously was hit, which was amazing, and then the very low here, which is right around 256 that it has charted out. So again, you guys are seeing where that 250 line is kind of coming into play. So what this is doing is essentially giving us some areas in which we could be seeing resistance or support. But the main thing to note from this is that the bottom, the 0% of the Fibonacci retracement, this line here does look to be like the line of support. That's not particularly great, because if things slip, then you could say that the Fibonacci retracement was really all in vain if those things do slip. But what it does appear to be is that the 23.6% line here is a line of resistance. So if there are some candles going up to it, again, this would probably be a line of resistance pushing back down. And if that happens, we may consolidate between, again, around 250 and around 3-ish. But if that doesn't happen, we do obviously have the opportunity to work our way back up. So I personally see in my, sort of near future estimate for the next week or so, I see some level of consolidation between 3 and 2.5. That is, I think, a very safe, very sort of stable guess. Again, it could be a little higher than 2.5, maybe 2.6 or 2.65, but somewhere around there, I do see just some bouncing for the foreseeable future. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have enjoyed. Make sure to check out the Webull link at the top of the description down below. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.